how important is it for China to be involved in this? Is it, economically significant and also maybe even diplomatically significant that at a time when America is kind of putting economic pressure on China, that China is involved in this and the United States isn't?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it's absolutely important because, as you probably know now, that for the last 2 years, ASEAN become the largest trading partner of China. And this RCEP actually be effective January 1st, will be the largest free trade agreement in the world now, and covers 1/3 of global trade and 1/3 of global GDP. So it's very significant. But what's more, it's represent the future growth of the world, because I think Asia economy and Asia, the development is greatly tied with the integration of Asia. So I think RCEP has really has strengthened the integration of the Asian, and also now with RCEP, even with CPTPP, I think all those regional trade, while WTO is falling behind, I think this regional free trade agreement will greatly stimulate the growth of this region, and also probably in the future will be a powerhouse, economic powerhouse for the whole world. And so China being also one of the largest trading partners with almost all of the RCEP countries, will certainly play a very big role in this whole the free trade agreement, and also demonstrate that China is really pushing for this to happen. China is really willing to be playing an active role. China has approved this RCEP very early in the process, demonstrate China's commitment to the free trade, and also China wants to really contribute its own efforts to the growth, prosperity, and also peace. I mean, we know that the trade is going to create the peace and prosperity, so we can avoid the regional conflict and also less disturbance of other geopolitical issues. So this really, I think, on the right move for China and for the region and for the world.
And Henry, I mean, how does it fit with China's vision of its own future economic direction? Because we've seen some emphasis on more domestic self-reliance, the whole dual circulation policy, the Made in China 2025 and all of that, a sense that China's going to be less trade dependent and maybe more focused on its internal production and internal market.
Well, I think that actually, China probably will rely more now on international trade, because just for this month, I mean, also all the statistic until this year, China has a record of import export. It's still, I think, become a global center of the global value chain, the supply chain, and it's China's role, a pivotal role in terms of supply to global trade and investment has never been underestimated. I think now, even with pandemic, this prominent role of China in trade, playing in stability and supporting the global supply chain has never become so important. So I think that actually the role will be even more important. Also, on the other hand, actually, this RCEP has also provided a platform between China, Japan, and Korea, because they are also talking about FTA between the three countries. They haven't reached on that, but RCEP actually already bridge them together and starting some kind of a free trade between the three countries. So that's another big benefit of that. And also, I think furthermore, because I think as previous speaker has mentioned, this actually shows that for the first time, ASEAN and China and Australia and Japan and New Zealand and Korea can work together on something so fundamentally different for the region, even without other interference. So I think that is really a great thing. So for China itself, I mean, it's important. Even its dual circulation, I mean, that means the Chinese circulation can support the Asia circulation, can support the global circulation. It's all complementary, not really detached from each other. So that shows how important this free trade agreement has been another landmark and another instrument, another milestone for the Asia's regional prosperity and security and also peace in the future.